enough of that. Let's get into the NFL, National Football League.
Man, some major stuff happened this week, bro. Whew.
Old guard out, new guard in. There are some players that are probably most definitely not making the playoffs
For
or not
sure.
in the running to make the playoffs. It looks like Joe Burrow probably out. Looks like Pat Mahomes is definitely out. Looks like probably out. It looks like Bo Nix is in. Looks like
Yeah.
Caleb Williams is probably in.
Yeah.
So you got new guys, you got old guys.
Man.
Um, it looks like Trevor Lawrence is
Yeah.
probably in.
Yeah.
C.J. Stroud might get in
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. It,
So
Drake May. I mean, man, can you believe it? No Pat Mahomes, no Joe Burrow. Uh, man, Lamar might not make it this year.
Lamar might not
I mean,
make
they on
it.
the fence. They're on the
And
fence
and
right
and
now.
if Lamar makes it, that means old man Rogers
He
doesn't
won't
make
make
it.
it. Right. So, man, think about it, bro. You think about it. Just look at this new guard. I'm looking at the picture right now, right? Let's look
Mhm.
at it. You got the Bucks right now with number one pick that went to the Browns who just can't get it right. They can't get it right. Care who the quarterback is. It's the organization. They suck. It is what it is, right? They suck. You know they do, Gil. Because look at Baker in Tampa. And yes, they're on the slide right now. They're on the slide, so they're questionable to make it. And Panthers should be ashamed of themselves because this was a chance for y'all to leapfrog and getting that anyway. But you got Seattle, Sam Darnold, another number one pick, right? The Jets, trash organization, mess it up. Look at these two dudes. They found their way in new homes and they're valued, super valued, right? Then you got Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy. Who's Brock Purdy? Okay, because Brock Purdy wasn't even the guy. Okay, the guy was supposed to be Lance, was Trey Lance.
Trey
Trey
Lance.
Lance supposed to be the guy. Brock Purdy outperformed him. Now he's the guy, right? Jalen Hurts, for better or worse, however you want to call the guy, he's a winner. He's probably the most scrutinized quarterback on this whole thing right here. It's
And
probably
I don't
Jalen Hurts.
get it. And he gets scrutinized in Philadelphia more
Yes,
than
he do.
anywhere else.
Yes, he do. That's crazy, right?
They'll
He gets
miss
scrutinized
him
by
when
the
he's
whole
gone. They'll
team.
miss him when he's gone.
Oh, yes, they will. See, they get amnesia, man. They forget that when they was trash, bro. But it's cool. I ain't an Eagles fan, never will be. All right.
They forget they just won the Super Bowl
Yeah,
last
they
year.
do. Like, yeah, for real. Oh, we're supposed to go back to back. Man, shut up, boy.
Yeah, just
Anyway,
shut up. Shut
we
your
got
mouth.
Caleb. Shout out to Caleb Williams, man. Number one pick. Y'all boys are for real. I know you had y'all maybe 2, maybe 3 years at best. You are way above the schedule, brother. Yes, you are. Okay. Jordan Love is the future. I don't know, man. Green Bay just keep a daggone quarterback. Man, they got us. You want to study how to recruit a good quarterback and keep them in your system? Go to Green Bay because they always get it right. Okay. We have Brett Favre. When I was alive, Brett Favre, right? Great career.
Mhm.
Aaron Rodgers, better or worse, great career. Now Jordan Love, it's his time. It's his team. Okay. Then you got on the West Coast, you got Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's that guy, right? You know
Mhm.
the question, man. If they would have had that old line, we'd be having a whole different conversation right now about the whole different
Oh,
conversation.
I think they'd be competing for that division.
Yes, I would say I would have said it. Yes, with them with the running back, and you got to figure Najee Harris got hurt early, so you had to,
Mhm.
if you'd had Omari Hampton with Najee Harris, them two backs and the third back that was getting it done for him.
And the
Man,
two
that's team hit him over.
tackles,
Oh my
those
goodness,
two tackles, Slater and
and
and Alt
and
Alt.
all, come on, man, and the defense. Come on, man. Yeah, we had a whole different conversation. It is what it is, though.
Mhm.
And the veteran out this whole group is Josh Allen, man. He is what he is. He is who he is. I am rooting for Buffalo. I'm gonna tell you honest. Who I'm rooting for is Buffalo. I am. I'm rooting for Buffalo because I want to see Buffalo get a chip. I want to see Buffalo make up for all them 4 years that they went back to back to back to back, which shows you the greatness of that team. Because who goes to 4 Super Bowls? Yeah, they lost, but they went to 4 Super Bowls back to back to back, bro. That is a great team. I don't care what you tell me. And a
Yeah,
losing
I mean,
effort.
but Buffalo went to the Super Bowl every year I was in high school.
Yes,
Every year,
yes,
and they lost every year.
everyone. You're
Yep,
right.
yep.
Like you
So
say,
I got a comment and I got a question,
go ahead.
and I think you'll appreciate both.
Okay.
So this whole you know, how can I say this? Okay, you know the car, the Chrysler 300. A
Yes.
lot of people say that it resembles a Phantom,
Yes.
right? When you look at it. And so you got a Chrysler 300, and then you got a Phantom pull up right next to it.
Okay.
All of a sudden now, the Chrysler 300, when you see the Phantom next to it, doesn't really look like a Phantom when they're next to each other.
No.
This is, and I heard this, so I'm not. I heard this on Barstool Sports this morning.
Okay.
Um, that's the comparison between Drake May and Josh Allen. People
Whew.
saying that Drake May is the present and the future, the MVP, all this stuff, and then Josh Allen shows up, and you get to see
Yeah.
Drake May's good, but Josh Allen just showed up.
Yeah.
He ain't Josh Allen. Not
Ain't
yet.
Josh
He's
Allen.
not an MVP. Josh Allen is still in his prime.
Yeah.
He's right there.
Yeah.
That's what an MVP looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Uh, totally
Josh
agree with that.
Allen now has a shot to win the MVP
He
again.
does. He
He's
does.
probably like second in voting right
Yeah,
now.
I would give it right now. I'll probably give it to Matt Stafford.
I'd give it to Matt
I
Stafford
give
too,
Matt
but
Stafford.
Matt
But
Stafford, it's how you finish.
it is. It is. And Josh is holding that team down. He's the reason why they're winning. Straight up. That's MVP to me. You take them away from the team, they ain't winning. Same with Stafford
Man,
though.
you down 21-0 on the road. And
Yeah,
you come back and win
yeah. I thought New England
and
took the
cover.
I thought New England took the leap, bro. I thought New England took the leap. That's why I picked them. I honestly thought they had the game. I thought it was, their time. I thought it was their division. And
I said it before. Why are people like, oh, Bears aren't really good? They only beat mediocre teams. But no one said that about New England. And now it was New England's time to show up and show out.
yeah,
And they choke away a 21-point lead. And let's not forget, they lost to Oakland, not Oakland, the Raiders week 1. The Las
they
Vegas
did.
Raiders. They
They
lost to
did.
them. The Raiders got 2 wins, and one of them was week 1 against
Yeah,
New England.
yeah. They
It
one of the
still
worst teams.
counts. It
Yep.
still counts. The Bears barely beat the Raiders, but they beat them. So I'm just saying, like, why is it, oh, who did Caleb really beat? Well, who did Drake May really beat? Who did he really beat that he's, in the MVP conversations? Put that bracket back up because I got another question
Yes,
for you.
sir. Yes,
You
sir.
ready? I heard this today. Of all these teams, out of 14 teams, what do 12 out of the 14 have in common?
12 out of 14 have in common.
12 out of the 14 have in common. Now, the reason I say this is because it's a commonality that you probably look for if you want your team to, make a run in the playoffs.
Um,
You want this.
Defense,
No,
not defense.
not defense. No, I'm saying 12 out of the 14. I can make it a little easier for you if you want.
Yeah.
The 2 teams that don't have this are right now would play each other, and that would be San Francisco and the Eagles. They don't have what I'm talking about. All the other teams do.
Well, let me see. O line, O line, O line.
All right. Well, you want me to make it even easier?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the number one thing you want to get right in the NFL? Number one. One, you want to get right.
The quarterback.
Yes. So, with that being said, okay, what do 12 out of the 14 teams have in common in regards to quarterback?
They got the number one pick.
Not the number one pick. You're kind of close though. Keep thinking like that.
But top 5 quarterback,
Too specific.
2 Pacific.
You're close though.
Everybody got the second pick.
Mm, you're overthinking it.
Oh,
I'll help you out.
franchise quarterbacks.
There are all 12 out of the 14 picked their quarterback in the first round. They're all
Okay.
first round quarterbacks except for
Oh
San
yeah, Brock
Francisco
Purdy and Eagles.
and so the commonality is, when they say, quarterbacks that get pushed up, they get pushed up, and teams overreach for quarterbacks in the first round. Well, you kind of have to, because history says that if you're going to go far and make the postseason and win in the postseason, you're going to have a quarterback play well, and most of the time you get your quarterback in the first round.
Yeah.
The Eagles didn't. They got theirs in the second round.
Yep.
And obviously we know Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant, but that's not a commonality. We know this.
Yep.
Everybody else, all those other teams up there, those are first round quarterbacks.
You're right about that.
All of them. Whether
All
they drafted them or not, eventually they wanted them on their team first round quarterback. All of them. So I thought that was pretty cool. And thinking about it, it's like, yeah, you know what? You probably got to go get one in the first round if you want to, there's always an exception to everything. But if you want that quarterback, you got to identify him and you got to overdraft him because you got to make sure you get him.
That's true.
Got to make sure. And I don't know how many are going to be first rounders. I think Mendoza is going to be a first rounder.
Yeah, he's going to be
The
first
key is
rounder.
who's going to have the number one pick. Because if the Giants have the number one pick, they're probably not picking a quarterback.
They'll probably trade down, use it for trade bait.
But if you want to trade down, the asking price is very expensive.
It's going to be very high.
Very expensive, especially for a quarterback.
You're right about that. So you never know, because the way it's looking, the Raiders might jump up to go get him.
I heard a scenario. What if the Giants get the number one pick, but they fire their general manager? And a new GM wants his new coach and he wants his new quarterback. And what if
new quarterback?
What if I said new quarterback? I didn't say rookie quarterback.
Right.
What if
new quarterback?
The GM wants to make a trade with, I don't know, the Bengals and get Joe Burrow and give Cincinnati Jackson Dart and the number one pick? You think that can happen?
Oh, yeah, they'll jump on that.
You think that can happen?
They'll jump on that, but I don't think ain't Cincinnati locked in with that contract with Joe Burrow, though? That's a lot of money you got to bring over with that contract.
But
you just signed the
usually those big contracts, when it's year 3, now you've got finagle room.
Okay.
Now you've got wiggle room if you want to.
I think Cincinnati definitely will pull the trigger. You got a younger quarterback. Man, the Giants with Joe Burrow, with neighbors and them boys. Sheesh.
You could do the same thing maybe with Arizona too.
Send Joe Burrow to Arizona?
No, send Jackson Dart and the number one pick to Arizona
for Kyler Murray.
For Murray, you could do that.
I don't think they're gonna pull a trigger.
I got a feeling Murray's gonna play next year for another team, and that team's gonna be like a bad organization,
like the Jets.
Like the Jets. Yes,
the Jets.
Like the Jets.
Playing for the Jets. Yep.
Yes, but what do you think about this Burrow thing? I heard this today. I thought it was intriguing.
That's intriguing. Intriguing.
You get Burrow and you give up Jackson Dart and the number one pick.
Yeah, you would have to give him some major in return though. So that'd be a great bargaining chip. Daggone right. Yeah. I don't know if Cincinnati will pull the trigger on it, but I could see them doing it because they cheap in the bag. They just start giving money away. So if they get to save some bread, and get a rookie, a second year quarterback in the process, and you don't have to pay
The,
him as much as you're going to pay
the
Joe
thing
Burrow.
about Cincinnati is people, I mean, they talk about Cincinnati and they talk about their owner, but they don't talk about him like they do Jerry Jones. You know, Jerry Jones is the owner and general manager officially.
Yeah,
Mike Brown in Cincinnati is the owner and he runs the team. They just don't have a GM. So he doesn't have the title of GM, but he still runs the team. So he's just like Jerry, except he's not the general manager because I don't have a general manager. He
gotcha.
didn't give himself the title, but he still runs the team. So he's kind of to me in the same category as Jerry Jones, except not nearly as successful because Jerry Jones, won Super Bowls back in the 90s.
Right.
And Cincinnati's never won a Super Bowl. They've been to Super Bowls, they've never won. They went to one recently, didn't win it. So, I don't know, food for thought. Um, so yeah, so just finishing up with the old guard. We're gonna have and no Daniel Jones for the rest of the year too.
They shut down,
They
man.
shut him down, which
Yep.
is sad, but it is what it is. The league is year to year. We
It
talk
is.
about how every year there's going to be 4 or 5 new teams making the playoffs, and we're like,
Yep.
man, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? And then when the playoffs start, you're like, of course it was these teams. Of
Yeah.
course it. And then next year it'll
That's the
be four
common.
or five new ones again.
That's been a
It
common
happens. It's
denominator.
it's a cycle. Nobody thought Kansas City wasn't making the playoffs. Most
No.
people thought Cincinnati was going to make a run. I mean, either Pittsburgh or Baltimore is not going to make it. They're not going to make it. So that means either Lamar or Aaron Rodgers isn't going to make it. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy. But Trevor Lawrence probably will.
Yeah. They coming on, man. Good coach. Good coach. Good coach. Year one. Good coach.
That's
Johnson.
another
Good
thing.
coach.
Look at these new coaches or coaches first year with another team doing really well. I mean, you got Ben Johnson doing really well. First time he's a head coach. You got
Owen.
Cohen down with Jacksonville doing really well. You got
Vrabel.
Vrabel. Now Vrabel was a coach before,
Yeah, but still.
but he had missed a year in its first
Yep.
year with New England. New England
Look
was
at him. What
terrible
he did in
last
New
year.
England.
Look
Yep.
at him now. Look at him
You
now.
got, look at it. It was called second year in Denver. They're the number one seed
Well,
right
I
now.
think I think it's his third year.
Is his third year? One, two.
Peyton, yeah, because he
Yeah,
had
because first year,
Russell,
the
and it's his
third year.
second year with Bo.
Okay.
But yeah, you get the gist. Some guys, man, they hit the ground running. They're culture changers.
Yeah.
I think I'm not surprised with Vrabel. Ben Johnson has exceeded. I thought he would be, but he's exceeded it. I didn't know that. I thought Cohen was just an offensive coordinator,
That goes to
but no,
show
but
he's
man,
really a
he's
good coach.
he's
Really
he's
good
bring,
coach.
he's bringing the best out of
He is.
Trevor
He is. It's
Lawrence.
the whole team in general, though. Defense
Hmm.
too. Defense is flying on the
Hmm.
ball. The running backs is balanced. They're playing with balance. So Trevor Lawrence isn't costing them games. I think that's what he's brought. And then they made. You gotta give the organization credit. They brought in some vets, man, that really made it easy.
Hmm.
I think that Jacoby Myers was a big pickup for him. He
I
brought a
think I
beat.
think Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne both had their best games of their career this
They did.
past week.
I
They
mean, it was
put
the Jets,
fantasy.
man.
They
Come
put up
on.
a gazillion,
It's the Jets.
points.
Let's say I get
Okay,
carried away. They beat up on the bottom feeders, which is the common denominator, man. Never, ever, 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 ever pick a bottom feeder. They're the bottom for a reason.
listen, man. Let me uh let me
Yeah, I
double
know.
check here.
I
Uh,
picked the daggone Jets, bottom
So
feeders.
did I.
Browns,
We both
bottom feeders.
did.
Picked them.
We
Bottom
both
feeders.
picked the Jets.
Giants,
So
bottom
so
feeders.
so after the
Common
fact, we
denominator.
can't be. We both
Yeah,
picked
we picked all
bad
bottom
teams because
feeders,
of high
bro.
spreads. Hmm.
It goes, I guess, is the reason why. Because bottom feeders give up and good teams beat the dog crap out of them. That's the common denominator.
And one last coach I want to give a shout out to, and that's D'Amico Ryan.
For sure.
Texans
For
started
sure.
out 0 and
Oh, for
3,
sure.
and the
We chopped them off.
offense never really got going.
No,
They're a little better now offensively,
That
but they
defense.
are winning games. They're the last team to beat Jacksonville, and Jacksonville had that huge. They were up like
Yeah.
18 in that game, and the Texans came back. Texans, that's a team you don't want to play in a postseason, and I think they're going to make it. I think the Colts will not make it, and I think the Texans will make it.
Yeah, man. I feel sorry for Steichen. They'll probably finish 500 again or 9-8. I give them 9-8
Right.
because you can't be 8. You can't be 500 no more.
I know. I know. Philip Rivers came back, played pretty well,
Pretty
but if
good,
you
man.
notice, he couldn't throw any balls down the field.
Nah.
Everything was short, and he was like shock putting it.
Yeah, shot putting it. Yeah, that's when you're away from the game that long, bro. Like, and you
I just don't think he's got the arm. He's 44 years old.
24. Yeah.
I don't think he's got the arm to go over the top.
Mm-mm. I know he felt that game when he got back home. Whew. Ice him up,
He
man. But anyway, we just so I guess you want to move on to fantasy before we get to our tiers.
let's get to fantasy football. Now, like I said, I did not make the playoffs.
Yeah,
But
I
I
had a
did
bye.
I did finish with a winning record. You made the playoffs and got a first round bye.
Yeah.
Now your heartbeat is gonna go dun 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 dun
Yes,
dun.
sir.
So fantasy, stardom, sit 'em for week number 16. My stardom, just talked about him. The Houston Texans defense, arguably the best defense in the league, versus the Raiders, which right now I believe is the worst team in the league. They're playing Kenny Pickett,
Oh.
who I think stinks. So give me the Texas defense versus the Raiders.
Yeah.
I mean, they could score anywhere between 18 to 20 points. And my sit 'em, just talked about him. Don't like the matchup. Trevor Lawrence against the Broncos defense. If the Texans defense is number one, I think the Broncos defense is number two. Or you
Yeah.
can flip it. I don't like the matchup. Broncos are really good. And after beating Green Bay, I can't doubt them. They are probably the best team in the AFC.
Mm.
Jaguars are hot. They're good. But man, those Broncos, they can play
They
when
can
they want
play.
to play. That defense, they're good.
They're good.
They are good. So
They're
give
good.
me
Well
Texans
coached.
defense to start them. Give me Trevor Lawrence to sit him. My man, this is important for you.
Very important.
Fantasy football, start him, sit him. Who you got?
All right, man. I'm agreeing with you, man. I got the Texas defense, man. Like they're going against the Raiders. Who's not going to take the Texas defense against the Raiders, bro? So give me the Texas defense and my sit him. I mean, he'll probably have a big game, but he's missing a weapon, man. And that's Matthew Stafford. He's going to be down to Devontae Adams, man. And then they're going to play Seattle. He's going to have a big game. And I just think that if Seattle comes with a great game plan, their plan is not to let Matt Stafford beat them. You got to put pressure on them. You're going to make that defense play. It was a good game the first time they played. You figured Sam Darnold
Very
had four
good.
turnovers. Four turnovers, and he almost still could have won that game.
Mhm.
So it's going to be a very interesting game, and it's for the division too. So I would sit Matt Stafford this week.
All
That's
right.
my sit him.
That's a
Seattle.
big one. That's a
Yes.
big one. And Matthew Stafford was my quarterback this year. So that would have been heartbreaking for me if I would have had to sit him. But my other quarterbacks are Matthew Stafford, I mean Sam Darnold and Joe Burrow. So, ooh, would I have to sit Sam Darnold or Matthew Stafford if I was in it?
Mm.
I would have to sit one of them because I wouldn't be sitting Joe Burrow, even though Joe Burrow came off of maybe the worst game of his career.
Yeah, it was bad. Oh, it was terrible.
Yikes.
Terrible.
Yikes.
Yikes.
All right.
Yikes.
It's time to go to tears, 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 tears.
Tears.
Let's do it. I got my elite, upper, disappointing, and worst tiers. Let's start with the elite. We just talked about them, the Los Angeles Rams. Whose house? Rams' house. I got the Denver Broncos. Broncos. I believe they are the best team right now in the AFC. And I'm jumping up to San Francisco 49ers. They are good. So give me the Rams, Broncos, 49ers, my elite tier.
Not a bad pick.
My upper tier is the New England Patriots coming off a loss. Who'd they lose to? The Buffalo Bills coming off a win. And give me the Seattle Seahawks, who will be playing the Rams this
Great
week,
game this week.
Thursday. As I'm losing my voice, give me the disappointing tier. Give me the
Not disappointing.
give me the Chiefs. And I'm going to take the Cowboys. They had me on the hype train, and in the last 2 weeks, they pooped the bed. And give me the Colts. It looked like they was their division to lose. Well, guess what? They're going to lose. And then the worst
The
tier,
worst. We
we're
got to
just
talk about them.
we're just recycling the same teams, but I believe the Raiders now are the worst tier. No longer the Titans, but they bad. Titans, they bad. And the Jets, the JE, I can't even spell them anymore. I think they've taken over. They got no quarterback. At least the Giants got a quarterback.
No quarterback.
Jets got no quarterback. None. I told you Tyrod Taylor would get hurt. He
Yep.
got hurt. Yikes.
Yikes.
So that is my elite, upper, disappointing, worst tiers. Brother, what are your tiers? I want to hear them.
Oh,
Let's
man.
go.
You want to hear my tears, brother? My
Let's
tears.
go.
Let's go. My elite. I got the Broncos. I agree. They are the number one team, bro. LA. Matt Stafford might be the MVP this year. And I got to put Buffalo up there because what Josh Allen doing right now, he playing the best football like he should be playing right now, man. That's my elite. Okay. Now my upper, Seattle. I put respect on their name. Jacksonville Jaguars.
Respect on their name.
Put respect on their name. And the San Francisco 49ers, man. These guys, you got to put respect on their name, America. And if you disagree, comment. I don't care. And by the way, like, subscribe too. Oh, man. Do we get the pointed tears? Because Gil ain't doing this week. But then the pointed tears.
So sad.
Bad. My Cowboys are very disappointing. They let JJ McCarthy. I don't even want to talk about it. The Bucks right now sliding, and the Panthers, bro. When you got the Saints and it's a revenge game, and you let the Saints beat you again, that's disappointing, bro. Disappointing.
You said that was like the easiest bet of the
That
week.
wasn't the easiest pick. That was the game. They came out on fire, and what happened? I don't know.
I'll tell you what happened. They shucked around and found out.
They shucked around, found out. Oh, so we talk about disappointing, it's about the worst. It don't matter the order, bro. Titans is trash. Giants is trash. Bucket juice. Raiders is trash. Browns is trash. I got to throw them there just an honorable mention, but they really shouldn't even marginally mention at all because they're trash. Browns. Shador pooped the bed. Y'all put the smack down on them like y'all supposed to. I ain't think y'all was gonna beat them that bad. Y'all beat them so bad. Y'all beat them so bad. I'm still feeling the cold from Chicago. Is how bad you beat them. Y'all beat them so bad. Y'all made it cold in Delaware. That's how bad you beat them.
How about Caleb Williams going to the right, throwing across his body,
crazy.
Triple coverage, DJ Moore catching that touchdown. My friend Mike in Indiana was like, "What just happened? I can't believe that just happened."
It
What
ain't no
happened?
debate about who's a quarterback in Chicago. It's a lot of debate going on in Cleveland.
Yeah, and how come Shady McCoy and Chris Broussard saying, I think Shador right now is ahead of Caleb Williams as a quarterback? What? Why do they skip Bayless hot taking like that? Get out of here.
They got some secret. They got some secret Dion money sent their way.
Listen, I know people want
some money their way.
People want to support Shador because of Dion.
What version of crack are they smoking? What pill are they popping? What alcohol are they sipping on? What
Caleb, He's
on.
the Iceman. That's what he is. People are like, oh, that nickname is corny. If it was good enough for Jordan.